Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna be talking about a movie. We're gonna be talking about the Backrooms. I saw this movie like a couple of days ago, like 2 days ago or something like that. Um, I was really hyped about this movie. I I really wanted to watch this movie, but didn't live up to the hype to the hype that I had towards the movie. So I'm gonna be talking about that. I'm gonna be talking about in general about the movie, things that I like, things that I didn't enjoy, and it's gonna be just a little talk about that, a little exchange of ideas. Yeah, the movie is about a guy named Clark that he owns. Well, my boy owns furniture store. He's Clark has like a problem with accepting the guilt, with accepting the fault. He basically everything that happened, but in his life, if is not his fault, is others' fault. So we see that Clary is not in. He's alcoholic and he's not that great person. He's like has a really bad character. So the movie start like that, like basically Clark talking to a psychologist. Psychologist is the right word. Let me don't quote me on that, but psychologist. Yeah, a mental health professional. So let's use that word. If I'm mistaken, sorry about that. But yeah, the movie starts with Clark talking with his psychologist. Well, the psychologist also plays like a big role in the movie, and also we get introduced to other two persons that are helping Clark to film like a commercial. In the commercial, we saw the character of the store, of the furniture store, that is basically Clark dressed as a pirate, like in with a wooden leg and all of that. So yeah, we start getting like the characters of the movie right there, and basically the characters of the movie are those four persons, uh, and the ones that had like more screen time, more impact in the movie is Clark and the psychologist. Um, that's something that I'm gonna talk later once we get to that part. But yeah, the movie starts with that. Clark owns this furniture store that has like lighting problems, and he calls like electrician to check the fuse box, and they saw like an anomaly in the fuse box, and that's the first thing that I was like, bro, what the fuck? I mean, in the fuse box you have both the in vertical the fuses, basically the ones that you turn off and on, but at the bottom there is like three fuses of a different color, like basically poop there, like really weird, like just put there and didn't serve any purpose. So me in my mind I was like, bro, to the electrician, my brother, just take off the fuse cover and check the connections, and that's it. You answer all your questions, because the guy was like, Jesus Christ, who did this? The person that did this was out of his mind and all of that. And I was like, brother, just take the cover off and check the connections, check the connections to that three weird fuses that are down there, and that's it. But that electrician didn't check that. That's the first thing that I saw. That I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that have like a, I don't know, like three fingers, like not three fingers. Three fingers is not the expression. Like, well, any single person with common knowledge, or basically that questions things a little bit, is gonna be like, bro, yeah, just take the fuse cover off and check the connections, and that's it. But where the shop has like a problem with lighting, and that guy is clear to one day going to the basically to the, how do you call this, to the bottom part of the shop, the Jesus Christ, I forgot the name of this. Basically, he goes down to the basement. Jesus Christ, I really forgot that word. Because the all the lightings in the top part basically went out, and the only lighting that was flickering was the one from the basement. And that part we get introduced to the backgrounds because Claro finds like a door. He didn't find a door. He sees the wall and sees a light that is coming out of the other side of the wall. So it was really weird because he was only able to see that light if he stands in a specific position. If he stands in front of the wall, he was not able to see the light. So he goes throughout the wall, and there we got introduced to the background. He started exploring the background. At this point of the movie, I was really happy about the movie. I like the vibe. I like the introduction to the backgrounds. I didn't like Clara as a character, but it was okay. I mean, was not the big deal. It was not a big deal. Yeah, we're introduced to the backgrounds, and he hears something, and he escapes from that beam that he hears in the background, and then he goes to his psychologist, and he basically seems to be mad. Basically, the psychologist is like, "Bro, are you crazy?" Because he's like talking that I want to be back with proof that these backrooms exist. You are not believing me, right? You're not believing me. And the psychologist is like, this is another coping mechanism about you're basically you losing your house. Uh, Basically your wife taking your house and all of that. But whatever. And Claire, uh, he pays the two person, the couple, from the beginning of the movie, basically the couple that helped him fill the commercial for the furniture shop. He goes to find that couple and tells him that, hey, help me filming this, because he wanted proof to show to his psychology. And they go to, he managed to convince them, he managed to basically go to the back rooms with with this couple. And the guy with the camera goes to a part that Claire have not explored. Clara has no idea what is there, and it's like the the way that I saw this part of the movie is like they were showing us like there are different levels in the backgrounds, because the part that the camera guys go along seems totally different from the part from the top floor. Let's put it that way. Looks totally different from the previous floor. So the guy died here. He gets killed by the entity. We didn't saw the entity. We saw like a shadow of the entity, but basically the guy gets killed, and Clark and the girl falls there to the basically the second floor. Let's call it that way. And they start running around and get lost in the back rooms. We get caught there, and here is when I started to have like a problem with the movie, because it felt like the movie was like the focus of the movie was not the background anymore. It was the entity in the background. So the backgrounds start feeling like a library. Library. Yeah, is that the word? It start feeling like just another place, not backgrounds in general, because the what make the backgrounds is basically seeing the backgrounds, having the time to see like all the weird things there and all of that. But to this point of the movie, what we see of the backgrounds is like in fast motion, basically Claire running around and all of that, and going through levels, going to to the basically the pool area and all of that. And they didn't give like a lot of screen time to that. So it felt weird, felt like the backgrounds was not the topic anymore. The topic was the entity that was down there. And really didn't enjoy that. Because now we get the the focus changed to the psychologist, and we get a little background tell, like a little background, this history about the psychologist that didn't feel like he was like, why are you showing me this? I did, and the psychologist is like, why is Clark not showing? And the psychologist go to the furniture shop. She trespassed the property. Basically, she goes in and finds the background entrance, goes to the background, finds Clark is totally insane. He's out of his mind, and the guy start having like a panic attack. Well, not panic attack. He starts like trauma dumping on the psychologist, and the psychologist is like, fuck you. It is your fault. Everything is your fault. You're a person that don't get like that basically thinks like everything is other fault and not yours. Everything that happened bad in your life is not because of you, it's because of others. So he gets a reality check, and then we saw the entity. The entity, it makes an appearance in the movie. Basically, entity is it's like Clark in the pirate costume, but taller with a deformed face. The entity kills Clark. So yeah, this part confirms that the focus is changed to the psychologist, and the psychologist started running and trying to escape, but she was not able to escape. The psychologist got abducted by some weird science people, some scientists. Um, and yeah, the movie was really, I don't know, that part of the movie was, it felt crushed, it felt out of place, it felt weird, it felt like the focus was the entity. The entity being Clark, a representation of Clark, was like, why? Because yeah, you can say Clark was the first person. I mean, the entity was a representation of Clark because Clark spent the most time there. He was there for weeks. But later we get told like various people have been there for even more time, is studying the backrooms and all of that. So yeah, didn't make any sense for me that the entity was basically Clark. I mean, you can put it that Clark, having that shitty ass mentality, created the entity. The backrooms trying to imitate Clark, created that entity. That Clark was the main problem of that entity. That basically that entity was not there before, and because of Clark, it was created. You can put it, say that, but I don't buy it. I didn't enjoy that. I mean, and that's the movie. It's not a big deal. I don't get the hype. Sorry. It is. I mean, it's not bad. You can watch the movie, and it's gonna be enjoyable. Um, but it's not as social media painted it. It do, it doesn't feel like it was like that great, in my opinion. I give the movie a 3. Um, it's giving it too much. It's the type of movie that you can put in the background. Background, whatever. It's the type of movie that you can put in the background while you are working and leave it that way. The only thing that I The only thing that I gave like I mean that I said like yeah maybe it is good because of this is that this movie opens the opportunity to similar history, similar basically opens the opportunity to a new genre that is the background. So yeah, that's great. I mean, if some people get inspired by this movie to create their own background movie and do something better, nice, nice. That's the only thing. But yeah, the movie overall, not a not a big deal. It is good. It's not scary at all. I wouldn't consider this Jesus Christ. I'm a little bit sick. Sorry for poking my nose that much, but whatever. Um, it's not a that big of a deal. It's not that great neither. But it's watchable. I mean, you can watch the movie. It's not gonna be hard. Yeah, that's what I think about the backgrounds. Is just another normal movie that, that I'm pretty sure that it's not. I mean, time is gonna pass and people are gonna forget about the movie. I rather, I don't know. I'd rather watch YouTube videos about the backgrounds than watch this movie. Um, Maybe this movie got like a little bit of popularity because backgrounds is such a topic that young kids like it. So maybe I mean maybe for the kids this movie is great and they got scared. Yeah, you can put it that way. This is a kids movie. Let's leave it there. But overall, a 3. I give you the movie a 3 out of 5. Um didn't I mean don't get me wrong, I didn't hate the movie. I just didn't feel like if you ask me, do you want to watch the movie again? I mean I can. Do you are really hype about watching the movie again? No. Can you live the rest of your life without watching this movie once again? Yeah, I can. And that's it. I mean, if you are planning to watch this movie, I mean, and have other movies in your list, watch the other first and leave this movie to a day that don't have anything to do, basically. And that's it. That's my opinion about the backgrounds. Just gonna take a picture for the thumbnail. And that's it. Gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching, and maybe I'm gonna be talking about a book or maybe Project Hail Mary that I saw that movie yesterday in another video. But I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching.